Welcome to Domino Miah Games. I am Maya, joined as always by the loverly Domino.
Am I lovely?
Tonight, yeah.
Really?
Yes. Especially when you're all belchy and everything.
I'm not belchy. Well, I had to belch earlier because I'm a boy and I ate food, but yeah.
It's totally natural, folks. Stop holding in your burps and farts. God. What is this, the Victorian era? Anyway, we're doing something today. We're doing another little guessing game here today. So I don't know if many people know this. You may know it, but me and Domino have things we like. We all have things we like. And in particular, Domino really likes cars, and I really like guitars. I'm into fast cars and fast guitars. Anyway. Yeah, there's a few things that we're pretty good at in life, and that is identifying things. I'm okay identifying any type of musical instrument, but in particular, I'm pretty good at identifying guitars and stuff.
Which I kind of like guitars too. I like older ones from the 50s and 60s. I really love their colors and stuff. Those are the kind that I've always liked, and since knowing you, have become to know that most of them were Fenders.
Well, they were pretty big back then. Also, there was a few Japanese guitars that were actually really big in the 50s. There was a company. It wasn't Takamine. It was what was the name of that company? See, this could happen in this episode, because in this episode we are guessing guitars, or I am guessing guitars.
Yes, I made a list of guitars that I have found on the internet, and we're going to test Maya's knowledge, and he's going to see the same when it comes to be my turn, and I will guess pictures of cars that he found from me. Cars are not my only interest, but they are among several of my interests.
Yeah. We're the type of people that if you're watching a movie with us and there is a strange car on screen, and the only concept is that it's a strange car,
I know what it is.
Domino will absolutely ruin the scene by pointing out, you do know that is an English Citroen. Yes, it's supposed to look strange, but actually it's a Citroen. They really did exist.
Yeah.
And I will do the same by actually pointing out, you do know that guitar is completely functionless, right? Like, there's no way a guitar like that could work.
You've done that a lot with even commercials, or even just people online. Like, she's holding that wrong. Why is she holding that wrong?
Don't hold the guitar that way. That's not how you hold a guitar.
You've done the same thing with microphones.
He's
not talking into the front of the microphone.
Yeah, it's turned around. That's not how you talk in those microphones. It's not a front-facing microphone.
It's all right. I do this with other things too. I'm really good at recognizing architecture, skylines, clocks, all my various interests. I love to see them in movies and recognize them. That's why I love car chases and car crashes in movies, because I love to see what vehicles they're going to use. These days, though, it's a little bit bland. Everything looks the same.
Yeah. I put a Mustang in there, and that's about it. Mustang Camaro. Just basically looks like living outside of a military base where everybody drives a Mustang and a Camaro.
This sort of sounds like a podcast at the moment.
But it's not. It's a guessing game. So let's get guessing. Today we're guessing guitars first, and then we're going to guess cars later. So Here we go. My brain is just about ready. I'm massaging the brain.
While you massage yourself, I'm going to bring up the first guitar.
All right, let's see if I can actually do this, or this will be an embarrassing failure.
All right, just so everyone knows, I have blocked out the logos for the most part on the guitars. I edited them out, so he can only see the majority part of the guitar, not the logos, and he's done the same on the car pictures when it becomes my turn. All right, here's your first one. Number 1.
That is actually a Dean.
You are correct.
That is a Dean. It's based off of or not the Hummingbird. I'm gonna have to cheat here and say that it's just a Dean semi-hollow.
Well, the answer that I put down for my reference is that it was a Dean guitar, so you've already got the answer.
Oh, okay. Well,
but that's interesting to know the model of the Dean.
Yeah, the actual model is this, whatever I put on the screen. So I'll take that as a half win there. I got the brand name, but I don't know the exact name of it. It is supposed to be a semi-hollow LP model.
Yeah.
Les Paul model, but it is, I don't know what Dean calls theirs is the thing. They always have different names.
I like the color. I love that seafoam color.
Yes, very nice. I like that. That's a nice guitar.
I would own that.
I may have actually played one once. I'm not sure.
I have posed with Miah's guitars in my 1960s photo shoot.
There he is. Isn't he sexy? Look at him. Oh, yeah.
I loved when I did my mod look for the 60s. I should have done it in my 50s one, too.
That would have been cool.
Maybe in the future.
I don't have any 50s guitars, though.
You don't? I thought you did.
Well, I guess technically a Rickenbacker, but I'm not sure if they were too big until the early 60s. So.
Oh, well, it's fine.
I suppose.
All right, number 2 is coming up soon. All right, here's number 2.
That is an... well, it's obviously an ESP LTD, but it is... what were those things called?
Now, I know that you can see that there are some lettering up there on the top, but it wasn't the name of the guitar.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that gave it away or not.
All I really know is that it's an LTD Super Strat. That's the only thing I know about it. I don't know the actual name of it because I think LTDs oftentimes name their stuff like an EXT Deluxe and stuff like that. 1, 2, 3.
It is an ESP.
Okay.
Which reminds me of just extrasensory perception. Because I study a lot of the paranormal.
All right. Again, that's a half point, I'll say. That's a half point. Because I got that.
Got it.
Yeah, ESP is a very good Japanese company. They
I didn't know they were Japanese.
They are. They make... I
love anything that has to do with Japan.
They make all the guitars for like pretty much any visual K band you can think of. They make like Hazaki's guitar, Teru's guitar. They make Gazette's guitars. They make all of them. And the first place I ever heard about them was Metallica. Metallica played ESP. And to this day, they play ESP. So,
all right.
I can't afford them. I have an LTD. They're cheaper versions, but no, I don't have any ESPs.
Maybe in the future. Maybe we'll get one in Japan.
Maybe. Those would be damn expensive. Very expensive guitars.
Here's number 3. Are you ready?
Ready?
All right, Miah. Are you ready for number 3?
All right, let's do this. That is a Danelectro.
Yes, it is. And I had to I had to quickly edit that out because I realized that I had left it on there.
That is a Danelectro.
I like its color.
It's not a Dano Pro. Those were more boxy. I don't remember the exact name of those, but those are the type of guitars that Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin played. He's always depicted with a Gibson Les Paul, but actually he played Danelectros and Fenders. So
okay.
They were basically Sears guitars. They were like the little cheap guitars you'd buy in a catalog. Their pickups were actually made from chapstick cases, recycled chapstick cases. And they were like a combination of an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar, so they were very good for blues, for like a bluesy sound.
Now, are you ready for number 4, Miah?
I think so.
Here is number 4.
Goodness gracious. That is...
It's pretty.
It's very pretty.
I just like it because it's pretty.
Oh my god. It's definitely like a Super Strat body, but that is possibly an early Ibanez.
It is not.
It's not an Ibanez? What is that?
Oh,
is it a Hondo?
Are you done guessing?
Is it a Hondo?
No.
What is that? I give up.
Okay, it's called an Asher.
An Asher. See, I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have known that. That may be one of those little one-off 60s and 70s brands.
Oh, okay. Because when I... first, I want to say that aside from maybe a few in this list, I went and got what I thought was a lot of popular names. I didn't want them to be too popular, but I wanted some of them to be well-known for you as well. But... okay, I guess that was one of the ones that you didn't know.
I don't know Asher. Like that's
what it's called.
That's a new one to me. That's like up there with Hondos and stuff like that. That I'm not too. I mean, I'm familiar with the name Hondo, but they're for better or for worse, are known as pawn shop guitars.
Ready for number 5?
Ready for number 5. That is a ooh. That is a I want to say that's a Schecter. That is a Schecter Trident. I think. Or is it a Dean?
The name that it had on it was a Tyrant.
Tyrant. Do you know what brand it was, or was the brand Tyrant?
It just said it's a Tyrant.
Okay, I'm going to look this up. Hold on.
Okay, because you could have been right with one of those brands, but just not the model. It could be the model.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to first look up Schecter Tyrant. Schecter Tyrant. Nope. So I was wrong. It is not a Schecter. So let me see. Dean. Yeah, it is a Dean Tyrant.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
With someone's custom skull on it.
Yeah. It is played by Michael Ammett. So that's one I did not get. So.
All right, number 6. I know the picture's a little small, but...
that is a Fender P Bass.
Yes, it said it was a Fender.
Fender P Bass. That is the name of those right there.
All
the
right.
P is for those little pickups. There it has the little 2 pickups. Very nice basses. That's pretty much all jazz-style bassists who've ever played bass have at least one Fender P Bass like that. Very
like
basic, very simple, gets the job done.
I like their two-toned, like the cars of the 50s and 60s. That's probably why they were two-tone color. Everything was.
Well, you know, the white on it actually is a separate piece of plastic. That's how you get into it. You don't go into it from the back. You go into it from the front. You take off the front face guard of it. It's like a pick. It's a pick guard, like a scratch guard, and it comes off, and then you can get into the insides and tinker with the wires. I only
just recently saw you open up one of your guitars, and it kind of surprised me.
I just saw the inner me.
All right, now this next one might test you just a little bit. But number 7. You ready?
Mm-hmm. That is well, I actually think that is a guitar that Ed Roman may have made for the band Great White. I think.
Well, it doesn't say anything about that when I got it.
Is it an abstract?
No.
Is it?
Well, maybe. Should I just say what it is?
What is that?
Okay, they called it a J. Turser Shark.
Okay, J. Turser. I think J. Turser. Let me actually see. If he's in the band Great White, then it counts. Hold on a second.
Yeah, then it does. His last name is spelled Turser.
Nope, J. Turser is manufacturer. Oh, J. Turser is a guitar company. So yeah, right. I did not get that one. It looked like the Shark guitar that the guy from the band Great White plays.
Maybe he based it off of theirs, or they based it off of his.
Or maybe, yeah, possibly. But it's nice. But it's funny how at first I thought, oh, it's a bass guitar, like a bass guitar. But no, it's just a Shark.
Bass guitar.
That one I did not get. A J. Turser.
It's all right.
I do think I've heard of J. Turser now that I think about it.
Ready for number 8?
Ready. That is... It looks like a Gibson Les Paul, but that's actually an Epiphone Les Paul.
You are right.
I got it. I can tell by the shape of the headstock.
Yes, there was a lot to edit out on the top.
Yeah, that is an Epiphone Les Paul.
To make sure you couldn't get it. But you got it anyway. All right, ready for number 9?
I am.
I like the coloring on this one. Reminds me of the 80s.
That is... okay, first off, that is actually an Ibanez Destroyer, but it was customized by Eddie Van Halen.
Okay, now, yeah, because it literally said that it was an EVH.
It is an EVH custom. It started life as an Ibanez Destroyer.
Okay.
And he wanted something weird and customized, so he just cut a big chunk out of an Ibanez Destroyer and made that.
No wonder it reminds me of the 80s.
And according to him, it sounds horrible. It sounds absolutely horrible.
Well, because they ruined all of the vibration on it.
Yeah, it has a big chunk of wood taken out of it. It has no sustain. But yeah, that is an EVH.
Okay. Well, I know the history.
They now make them fresh out of the factory looking like that, but...
They probably all just sound terrible then.
You have to be a big Eddie Van Halen fan to play something like that. I remember when they came out with an Eddie Van Halen signature guitar that actually had like cigarette burns in it and stuff. Like it was so customized and purposely made to look all old and rashed and everything, like it'd been used for years.
Like a distressed guitar.
Yeah, distressed. That's the proper
distressed,
term. A distressed guitar. They
Yeah.
even put cigarette burns on the fretboard and stuff.
Well, you're not doing too bad. 3 more left, because there are 10 total.
All right.
12 total. We're approaching number 10 right now.
All right.
Ready for number 10?
Ready.
All right.
Nevermore ready.
I like this one a lot, and you'll know why.
That is a Jackson Star guitar.
Yes.
A Jackson Star. And here's the thing. It could have been an ESP Star. It could have been a Charvel Star.
But it's not.
That is a Jackson Star because of the inlays, the fret inlays,
Oh,
the
really?
shark tooth inlays. That's
Which
Jackson.
I recently learned from you
That
a
is-
few days ago.
Jackson all the way.
Okay. So I know a few things about these. I love music, but I'm someone who loves to listen and immerse myself in music. You create it, so... Number 11. Turn it up to 11.
That is an Ibanez.
It is.
And
That was quick.
I don't, I will take an L on this one 100% because I do not know Ibanez names for crap. I
Really?
know Ibanez Destroyers.
You
I
own
know,
a few Ibanez, right?
I own an Ibanez bass, but I've owned a few Ibanezes throughout my life.
Okay.
But I cannot name you the names of them for crap because they're all numbers. They're all WXZ33578s and stuff. And
That's like when BMW comes out with another car and it's just a series of numbers and letters.
yeah, I couldn't tell you what that is. That is, put it on the screen. That is the type of Ibanez that is. But that is an Ibanez. It's very pretty. I like it.
So you're going to have to do research and look it up?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
All right, I wish you luck, because the only thing it told me was that it was an Ibanez. All right, this last one may or may not be the hardest one. Probably not. We'll see. And here it is. Certainly the most unique looking. Well, one of.
Okay. I don't think I can say the name of it. But I do know that it is called a Bo Diddley.
Really?
I believe that they are the square ones like that are Bo Diddleys. I'll just take a shot in the dark. It is an Eastwood Bo Diddley.
Okay, that's not what it says that it's called.
Okay.
It says that it's a Bohemian.
A Bohemian. Okay. It's probably named after Bo Diddley because it has the word Bo in it.
Yeah.
But Bo Diddley always played those cigar box guitars like that. And that's obviously a gas can themed one.
Obviously.
But yeah, that is a Bo Diddley guitar. But
Okay.
this time it's a Bohemian. So I'll take the L on it. So yeah.
You didn't do too bad. You got pretty much.
I guess
almost all of
not.
them.
There's the score. I guess I could have done a little bit better, but a lot of these names kind of all run into each other, especially when after a while they start copying each other. Like the Dean did. It copies some of the LPs. Like how many super strats are there out there that, have different names and stuff, but I'll take the L on what I took them on, and there's my score right there. Woo! Maya knows something about guitars. Now you know. So that was fun. That was actually kind of fun. We'll try that again some other time.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't mind that at all. So
and next time it'll be my turn. You want
That's
that just to
right.
be a whole episode?
Yeah, that's a whole episode. Just a quick episode. Just a quick little episode for you guys.
Well, I will be ready.
Yeah. So let's do something with Domino now. Let's the next episode where we're going to be doing this, we're going to be doing cars. We're going to see if Domino can figure out what little cars I've picked out from all over the world and country to see if he can.
So you've done some from various places.
I've done an international edition.
Oh.
That's right. I haven't gone too weird, like those strange bootleg Russian cars, like
All
a
right.
bootleg BMW or something.
I do know some of those, but yeah.
BMW, BMW.
I'm pretty good at. Well, we'll get to that in the next episode.
I think so. Next time on Domino Miah Games. We'll see you there.
All right, bye for now.